Hey crossword fans! Today we're going to be solving the New York Times crossword for Sunday, December 10th, 2023. Today's puzzle has a title. It's called Political Pun-ditry. It sounds like we're going to get political on this Sunday solve. Alright, let's get started. One across, whiskered bottom dweller. Shouldn't that be a catfish? That doesn't fit. I wonder if we have rebuses. It really does seem like it should be catfish. Polite term of address. This feels like it should be ma'am. I wonder if this is something like a mudkip? Isn't that kind of like a catfish? Let's try ma'am, where Carol Burnett studied theater arts for short. I do like that this starts with a U. I have no idea where she studied, though. Just happened to mention some famous people. This has got to be drop names, yeah. Eat. It starts with a K? Is it a mudkip? Is that right? Director Lee. That should be Ang Lee. An eye for an eye, say? And this is wordplay. It's not about an ancient form of law. This I is spelled differently. Let's take out these two letters. An eye for an eye. I have no idea where the pun is here. BOGO or YOLO. Those would both be an acronym. Okay. The club's bouncer earned a living. Okay, this definitely feels like it's part of the theme. This has got to be an end to this sentence. Earned a living. It's got to be something punny about politics. Things with keys. That could be maps. So this is probably UCLA. I wonder if it starts with a long. Eat. What do we have here? Bump on a log, say. Is this just a word for a bump on a log? It's not a frog, right? Hubbub. There's a lot of words for hubbub. Let's get some more help here. Wrath. That could be ire. Japanese maker of watches and mobile phones. It's not Seiko. They make mobile phones? What would that be? Blank stick. Pen brand. What in the world? I don't think I've ever seen this before. Name hidden in I smell a rat. Well, we have an R, so it has to be Laura? Yeah. Okay. I guess it's Casio. Do they really make phones? Is this something like thick stick? I don't think a T here is very good. Hubbub. Is it a clamor? Could this be chic stick? The veterinarian specialized in mending what? More political puns. Okay. Physique slangily. That's gonna be your bod. Is it just a knob? Eat. What in the world? Coat for a cookout. I don't know, is it like a glaze? What is this? Obnoxious sort. Is it a boor? Maybe this is a rub? Let's see here. Plot device for many a soap opera. It's not an affair, or a divorce, or amnesia. What is this? Eccentric. It's not loony. Relative of camembert. I think this is probably some kind of cheese. Lil ol' me, an equivalent phrase. Is this being very cutesy? Is it moi, like Miss Piggy? Does that help? Eccentric. Maybe this is a coma, just like that 1977 novel. Okay, so I wonder if we have enough to make a guess at this. Specialized in mending. Okay, so maybe this starts with lame duck, like a lame duck president or lame duck Congress. How is it gonna end? This feels like it has to end in some. Eat. Oh, it's consume. So maybe this is a nub instead of a knob? Consume. Okay. Is it a mud cap? I think I just remembered that wrong. An eye for an eye. It looks like it wants to be pyre. How does that make sense? An eye for an eye. Whiskey ingredient. That's probably mash. Fermented mash, yeah. Org overseeing workers' well-being. That's OSHA. So... Pyro? What in the world is going on here? P to Play-Doh. I believe that's row. I think we saw this a week or two ago. See 9 down. 19 down for a cleanup hitter. I wonder if this is stat, and this could be an RBI. Cleanup hitters get a lot of runs batted in. 10 spot. So this is a slang term for a $10 bill, and so is sawbuck. Okay. Low island. That could be a key. Hole puncher. That's an awl. That's a tool that's a hole puncher. Workout focus informally. I wonder if this is a key with a C. Yeah, that's probably better. So, workout focus informally. That could be cardio. Yeah. Kirsten of 1995's Jumanji. It's funny that they picked Jumanji. This is Kirsten Dunst. Summer cooler. Is it an ice pop? Oksana Bayul, Olympic figure skating gold medalist. Nice, okay. So this is along party lines. The club's bouncer earned a living. Oh my god, okay. So this is Pippo? This must not be a P. Is it a mud cat? An eye for an eye. Oh, is it a typo? Oh my god, that is so tricky. Yeah, if you type I when you mean I, it's a typo. Whew, okay. The fashion magazine's editor focused on fasteners in her. More political punnage. Man, we're gonna need a little more help here. Beverage brand with antioxidants. Is this palm? The pomegranate juice? I think it might be. Something with a preview in a social media post. Would that be a pic or a vid? Up to. That could be till. Hot pot? What is this? The Coyotes on NHL scoreboards. I'm not very good with NHL teams. Maybe this isn't palm. We should probably take this out. This could be something like Arizona. Preview in a social media post. I don't know. Wait a minute. Couldn't this be hot button issues? There's a good political pun. Okay, so this could be a URL. And what is this? This is probably Arizona. Is there a drink called Bai or something? I feel like maybe I've seen that. So this could probably be lame duck bills. That one's pretty cute. Very nice for a veterinarian to be helping the ducks. Okay. Leader of a flock. I think this is a flock in a church. Could it be a parson? Let's see here. AOLEG. Wouldn't that be an ISP? So is this not parson? Leader of a flock. Oh, it could be a pastor too. Most wan. That's going to be palest. If you're wan, you're very pale. One way to wish. You can wish on a star. All right, we're going to get these acrosses here. Like Jabba the Hutt. I guess they're looking for obese here, but he's an alien. Maybe that's a normal weight for a Hutt. Subjects of some cautionary tales. Subjects. I'm not sure what they're going for here. Insurance giant acquired by CVS in 2018. Was that Aetna? I don't think I heard about that. Let's see if that's right. Highway that runs from Key West to Maine. Key West, that's Florida. Is it US 1? Flat Earth. This is wordplay, so it's not about a pseudoscientific theory. Flat Earth. Are they talking about dirt? Interesting. Tube Traveler. More wordplay, so it's not about the London tube. Is it talking about eggs going down a fallopian tube? It wouldn't be ova, that's too short. What do we have here? Musical feature in Swan Lake and Peter and the Wolf. Looks like that has to be an oboe solo. That's a fun rhyme. Tube Traveler. Oh, it is an egg. It's just one egg, an ovum. So these are mesas. Those are flat-topped hills. Went trekking, say. That should be ventured out. Nice, okay. Doctor Who wrote, I like nonsense. It wakes up the brain cells. Sounds like something Dr. Seuss would have said. Rent. What is another word for rent? Our Day Will Come, 1963 #1 hit. Rent. Oh my god. It's not about paying rent to a landlord. This is about something being torn. What a tricky, ambiguous clue. Lead into service or sacrifice. Self-service, self-sacrifice. Seaside retreat. This is wordplay, so it's not about a little cabana. I wonder if it's talking about the water retreating at the seaside. This could be an ebb, yeah. Customer service assistant at times. Why is assistant in quotes? Cry of frustration? That's gotta be bah, just like Ebenezer Scrooge. Alright. Online command denoted by an arrow inside a cloud. That should definitely be upload, yeah. Maybe it's a bot. Yeah, that's a modern customer service assistant. Hockey fake? That's a deek. Yeah. I'm at your disposal. An equivalent phrase. Use me. Game divided into periods called chukkers. I've never heard of this before, but just based on that P, it could be polo. Let's see. Kick back. It's not relax. What is this? Eccentric. Oh, it's a kook. Okay. Goddess depicted at the foot of King Tut's coffin. With that eye, I gotta imagine it's Isis. Goes for. That could be opts for. Let's see what this next theme answer is. The sound engineer was obsessed with the... This looks very weird, this SN. Oh my god. So this could also be a verb, so it could be tore instead of torn. Family on TV's Smallville. That's a show about Superman, so this has got to be the Kents. Brooding bunch. That should be hens. Strongly suspecting. Is that onto? You're onto someone? So this has to be Speaker of the House. Speakers of the House. There we go. Kick back. Maybe that's just rest? Let's see. Big name in filters. That's got to be Britta. Virgil at the OK Corral. This has to be one of the Earps along with Wyatt. Okay. Singer Mars. That's Bruno Mars. Velodrome vehicles. What is a velodrome? I know I've seen this word before. It's not race cars. That doesn't fit. I wonder if we can get this one. The groundskeeper spent years studying. I wonder if it ends in monument. Groundskeeper. Interesting. Besson, who directed The Fifth Element. That's Luc Besson. I love this movie. This movie is so funny. Inner self in Jungian philosophy. I'm not super familiar with Jungian stuff. French term of endearment? That could be mon ami, right? Okay. Blank rock, genre for T-Rex. I've never heard of T-Rex. It could be glam rock. Inner self. Is it anima? That would be a wild guess. Salts. In and between. Is that amidst? I think that's too short. Velodrome. It does look like it's going to start with race. This starts with grass? It's got to be grassroots movement. There we go. There's our political pun. Kind of milk. That could be oat milk. Encouraging shout should be olé. Soft powder. That's definitely talc. So this is palette. Food critics asset. Yeah. And a business card abbreviation is telephone. That's right. Yeah, this is looking unfamiliar to me. Fifth brightest star in the night sky. I know there's a star called Vega. Race in H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. One of them was the Eloi, that was the above ground race. Chinese dynasty. This should be Ming, right? This is Eli, ex-giant Manning, that's right. Instrument heard at the conclusion of Bohemian Rhapsody. That is a gong, yeah. Extreme lethargy? What is the word for this? I'm not sure. So-called all-father of myth. Is that Zeus? Is that right? Golf champ McElroy. I can't remember this name. Courtroom affirmation. Is that yay? I'm not sure about that either. Where one might store sheet music. That feels like it needs to be in a piano somehow. Like a piano bench or a piano seat. I think both of these are actually wrong. Yeah, let's take these out. Let's put in piano seat. I do like that answer. This P. This feels like it should be I do. I swear to tell the truth. I guess it could be Adam? Is that right? Golf champ. I want to say it's Rory. So maybe this is Soper, like soporific. That's very tricky. I guess this is Odin. I think this is Rory. Niche. Is that a cranny? Like a nook and cranny? The Vitamin Shop competitor. Yeah, that'll be GNC. Grand finale. This is wordplay, so it's not a finale at a fireworks show. It's got to be an end to the word grand. Emmy winner Aduba. Oh my god. I want to say it's Uzo? Is that right? I know she was on Orange is the New Black. Grand finale. I don't know about this U. Things indicated by yellow signage. Things. Let's take this out. I'm not sure about this. Green region on a risk board. That could be Asia. Yeah. Analogy words. Like on an SAT analogy. This has got to be is to. Pronto, an equivalent phrase. ASAP. Place of birth, education, work history, etc. This I think you would call biodata, yeah. Like some rehab. What kind of rehab? Small cut. That could be a slit. Melted mess could be goo. What is this? Things indicated by yellow signage. Well, it's got to be plural. Toss top? That feels wrong. Something must be wrong here. Is it not piano seat? Neophyte informally. That would be a noob. Okay. Natural hairstyles informally. That's got to be froze, afros, yeah. Dicey could be iffy. Foe in the Elder Scrolls video games. Ooh, maybe that's an orc, yeah. So this is looking like it's got to be Congress without even looking at the clue. So this is not a slit. Maybe it's a snip. So is this pop top? That doesn't make sense. Like some rehab. Let's see what this is. The paid escort was fined for something of Congress. Paid escort. It's not contempt of Congress. Tired. I don't know. How subway cars are packed during rush hour. I would want this to be door to door. That definitely doesn't fit though. The weary general sat in his... This has got to be campaign chair. Very funny. Grand finale. Maybe it is Grand Cru. That's a designation that vineyards can have in France. Yeah, so maybe it is Uzo, and this could be hazards. So, pas stop? Something is wrong here. Small cut. Boy, this is very confusing. P-O stop? I'm gonna take one of these letters out just to remind us we need to come back to this section. Obliques, e.g. Would those be examples of abs? I'm pretty sure your obliques are muscles. Reason to remove metal accessories. I would want this to be an X-ray. Maybe it's an MRI. There we go. Butter bit could be a pat. So we have a bra. Item of clothing patented by Mary Phelps Jacob in 1914. Okay, let's see if we can get this theme answer. The carpenter measured twice for the ideal. I feel like it has to be Tushin? No, that doesn't quite fit. Sishin. Ooh. Boy, that's tricky. Orange sources. Is this groves? Groves. I think that's a good answer. And that means this is probably an I. So we have racing. Salts. Oof, man. In and between. Is it amongst? Oh my god. That is so tricky. I've had it. Company acquired by Morgan Stanley in 2020. I want to say that's probably E-Trade. Having needles as a cactus. Is it spined? This looks like it's going to end in position. Maybe it's a cabinet position. Very funny. These are all very good political puns. Secret click. This should be a cabal. Yeah, that's a good vocab word. Southwestern syrup source. That's got to be agave. Racing. Is it boats? Velodrome. Man, is that an arena for boat racing? It's done in barrels. That should be aging. Okay, so it's not boats. What do we have here? Swelters. Is that bakes? So is it racing bikes? There we go. That makes so much more sense. Stave off. That's got to be a vert. What a haggler hopes to pay. They're haggling to pay less. Salts. Oh, is it mariners? This is a slang term for sailors. What a tricky, ambiguous clue. And it was anima after all that. That's so funny. Salted rim, margarita option. Muscat native? That's got to be an Omani. So is this an act of Congress? That is so funny. What a funny sex pun. Okay. How subway cars are packed. I guess it's densely? Yeah. Exchanged words. This is wordplay, so it's not about having a conversation. It must be about editing a document. Yeah, it'll be edited. So this is Central Standard Time, winter hours in Chi-Town. Okay. Undershirt, maybe. That's a T. And we have old, tired. Okay, so now we have to figure out what is going on here. Small cut. It feels like it has to be a snip. Melted mess. Hazards. Piano seat is 2. This all feels right. Post-op. Post-op. Oh my god. Why was I having so much trouble parsing that? You all must have been screaming that at your screens. All right, well, let's throw this P in there and see if that'll do it for us. All right, a Sunday puzzle in 35 minutes. We certainly got our fair share of political punditry today. Yeah, all of these theme answers were really funny. A long party lines about a club's bouncer. Hot button issues for a fashion magazine editor. Lame duck bills is what a veterinarian is mending. Speakers of the house are an obsession of a sound engineer. Grassroots movement is something a groundskeeper spent years studying. A weary general sat in his campaign chair. A cabinet position is something a carpenter measured. And last and probably best of them all, a paid escort was fined for an act of Congress. That one is so spicy. We also got a lot of nice tricky cluing in the rest of the puzzle too. I think this was my favorite. It was such an ambiguous clue. It's just one word, salts, but they're looking for sailors or mariners, yeah. And there was a bunch of nice puns in the non-theme fill too. Seaside retreat for ebb was a nice example of that. Okay, well, my long filibuster is finally coming to a close, but I hope you enjoyed solving that Sunday puzzle with me. And I think that's gonna do it for now. Alright, I'll see you next time.